CEO Alex Traiman joins me. Good evening, sir. And if Israel hasn't endured enough, now you've got the wildfires. Can you tell me a little bit, how extensive it is? I can see the video, but you were in Israel.
Yeah, Greta, thank you for having me. We've had about 5,000 acres of land burned, including 3,000 acres of national forest over the outskirts of the western side of Jerusalem. You had many of the surrounding neighborhoods evacuated. But at this point, we had cooler temperatures today. Most of the fires are under control. Hopefully they should be out by tomorrow, and residents have been allowed to go back into their homes.
Is it arson? Is that what it's believed, or is it something else? We have a lot of fires that start here with lightning and everything else you can think of. But is there any idea what started these fires?
Well, the president in a speech today said that this is the result of climate change, even though we had about 80-degree temperatures when the fires broke out. But we've seen a string of arson attacks over the last several years. Palestinian terrorists essentially using arson as a means of destruction. We had seen a lot of chatter on social media encouraging Arabs to go out and light fires. At least one Arab that was arrested whilst trying to start a fire on the outskirts of Jerusalem. And it's believed that they did so in order to foil the Israel Independence Day celebrations, and they succeeded in canceling the fireworks and canceling the air show that's a tradition here in Israel, and also burning, as I mentioned, 5,000 acres of beautiful forest.
It looks pretty dry in Israel, as I recall. I can't remember the last time I was there, about a year ago, but I don't remember anything about the winds or anything, which are so dangerous. If you have a dry climate, if you got a lot of brush and shrub, and you've got wind, you have a bad recipe for danger.
Well, this is a desert. We've made the desert boom over here. It is dry. Our rainy season is only between the months of November and April, and then we don't really get any rain for at least 7 months of the year. We had unusual winds the other day, which helped the fire spread. But it's been dry here for centuries, and we haven't had these types of fires until we've seen Palestinian terrorists essentially using arson as a means of damage.
The hostages. Any update on the hostages?
There's still negotiations going on now. We had Minister of Strategic Affairs, who I saw today, Ron Dermer, was in Cairo just a few days ago. They're looking towards some other extension, maybe a phase 1, where they could get back 10, perhaps, or 11 of the living hostages up front, and then maybe a ceasefire in the neighborhood of 6 to 7 weeks, and at the end would get back the remaining living hostages. There's believed to be about 22 to 24 living hostages out of 59 missing still since October 7th. But I think that the chances of getting to a deal right now are slim. Israel looking towards President Trump's upcoming trip to the Middle East in the middle of May. And after that trip's over, I think you're very likely to see a return to major hostilities, a new ground offensive in the Gaza Strip.
I read something today that Prime Minister Netanyahu is, he's reached the end of his rope, sort of, in terms of trying to negotiate with Hamas for those hostages. Is there proof of life of these? I think you said there were 22 that are thought to be still alive. Has there been proof of life?
Well, we've seen some in the form of these videos that have been released, psychological terrorism on the part of Hamas. But yes, Israel does have good reason to believe that somewhere in either 22 to 24 of the hostages are still alive. And I know that this government's doing everything that they can to get them back, even to the extent of losing this window of opportunity where they have essentially a green light from President Trump to go in and to eradicate Hamas, to take over the Strip, and to move residents out of Gaza.
Alex Traiman, thank you, sir.
Thanks for having me.
And in